Hey everybody, Hokius here. It's time for another episode of Dark Cloud. Let's go ahead and actually not do whatever it is I was just doing. Let's go to other area, because this is a much faster way to do things, right? Shipwreck. And we want to go to floor 3 as we continue to explore this warehouse slash treasury with all kinds of death traps. Now, they did specify that the monsters just recently showed up, but I still contest that when you put your warehouse in a sunken ship with your favorite queen's body, you are asking for trouble. So that's as may be. No more Corsia. Cortia? How do you pronounce that? Anybody know? Anybody? Hokius can't carry any more weapons. Alright, let's trash one. Oh, gosh. I guess let's trash this bone rapier. It is the least valuable of the weapons anyway, right? It's only worth 1 copper. Trashed it. Alright, what do we got? Something interesting, I hope. A small sword. Maybe I should be trying to level up one of the other swords to boost Zell's sword. A bicycle, that'll be for our lovely deputy friend, so he can pursue the criminals. I don't know why I just did that with that accent. Don't ask me, I don't have any answers. Hey, Gunny. Reminds me of the old show, Major Dad. Anybody watch that show? That was a 90s show if I ever saw one. But, you know, he worked it was about Major, who was also a dad. Of course, he was a dad to 3 girls, because gender problems, right? And, he had an assistant in his office. It was like an office army job. I guess he got injured in combat, maybe? I don't remember the specifics. But, he had an assistant or a co-worker who was a gunnery sergeant. He always called her Gunny. So, there you go. That's that story. There's the repair button. Turns out it's hard to think of which button you're pressing at the same time as you're telling a completely stupid story about a thing that happened years ago that you don't. I liked the show okay back in the day, but it wasn't my favorite show even then. So I'm not sure why I'm telling you about it now. Go away, little rose. I suppose I could start singing Every Rose Has Its Thorn for you, but that's more of a stream thing to do than a Let's Play thing to do, right? So I won't do that. Also, I don't know the lyrics to the song The Joker's House. So we got the police force, and soon we will have the criminal force in their homes. Everybody else would take like 6 damage on their weapon for fighting that thing, so her taking 4 damage is not a big deal. Road acquired. Gotta have roads. Roads will take you places and stuff. No, I don't think we're gonna play that game today, Mr. Rose. I am kind of focusing on tone right now. Rudy. It's Rudy's fish shop, right? So we'll be able to talk to Rudy about the fish shop. That'll be good. Still haven't made it into the back room of this dungeon, which is a little disappointing. Maybe if we continue on here, we'll find a path to the back room soon. That would be good. Attack +1. Oh almost left without some stuff, right? That would have been bad. No. I remember when I first played this game, there's a hook to get to the next floor. The first couple times I played this game, I found the roses to be impossible to kill with anyone except Chow, because I just would always get whacked. What would holy water do? Got so much holy water now. What would it do to a gunny? No effect. Cool. Alright, so what about an Inferno Gem? How would you feel about an Inferno Gem? No, it would hurt you, but not enough. Alright, let's just throw a bomb at you. Pretty sure that'll end your career, right? Sea Killer! Funds increased a little. At least one of these weapons is gonna need a Sea Killer, right? Let's see if just a single bomb is enough to finish you off, shall we? There you go. Goodbye. Got a couple more rooms on this floor. So, this game is, we're in the third dungeon now. We're starting to see some reskins. We're starting to see, you know, how does this work? But I think they actually do, you know, despite the fact that the dungeons are procedurally generated, we're seeing reskins of enemies. I think the game actually does a pretty good job of making it feel different. Like, running through this dungeon does not feel the same as running through... does not feel the same as running through the other dungeons. The enemies, though they look similar, so they sometimes behave similarly, like the flower behaves identically. The Corsia guy, Corsia, I don't know, Corchi, he is basically a reskin of the Master Jacket, or whatever that thing was, but he does kind of behave differently. And the Rose does have slightly longer tendrils, so it still plays a little bit differently. And of course, having the different characters to play with, of course, changes things up a little bit. And surely it can't be too long before we'll be introduced to another character, another party member, for this city. Let's go ahead and just go to the next floor. And that'll change things up again as well. They all have very different play styles, right? So far, at least we've got a guy, you know, your bog standard sword wielder, right? He's just I wield swords. That's what I do. I'm pretty good at everything. He's not slow. He's not fast. He's just kind of decent at everything. And then you got your slightly faster ranged attacker, and you got your slow melee barbarian kind of guy. And it's all pretty good. And I honestly don't remember, because, as I said, I don't usually play this game. Alright, in the past, I've only played to this point, past this point once. So the other characters are not as familiar to me. So I can't remember is it gonna still feel pretty good to play different characters with the other characters? Are they gonna feel like repeats of some sort? I don't have that answer yet. So we'll get there, hopefully. Hopefully soon we'll get there. And then, of course, the different areas, everybody kind of, you know, the first village was, oh, here's your bog standard kind of town. Like, this is what we do. We're just a village. We farm and we grow and we have llamas, and it's good times and we love it. And then you go to the next village and, oh, we're a bunch of hunters. We thrive on hunting, and our whole society is built on who can kill the deadliest beast. And now we got this village, which is going to be a merchant town. Merchant Town. Words are escaping me. Where a merchant, seaside town, right? So it's also kind of different. There's some bread. Bread is bread, though. That never changes. Bread is always gonna be bread, and that's okay. Bread should be bread. I mean, you could have 700 different kinds of bread if we were playing World of Warcraft right now, or some other RPG. There would be 700 different kinds of bread. But do you need 700 different kinds of bread? Does 700 different kinds of bread improve your game experience? I don't really think so. We got bread, we got cheese, we got premium meat. I think that's it. That's all we're gonna get as far as different foods go in this game, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I suppose I could be using the holy water on those guys because I'm pretty sure they're undead. Magical crystal tells us that there are still a few enemies left. And there's the map that tells us where they are. So what do you think of this music? Got some different music here. Does this remind you of the ocean? Does it remind you of a haunted shipwreck? I think it does. I think it's pretty good music. The one issue I have with the Dark Cloud music is that the battle music is the same in all of the dungeons. We could use some slightly different music, I think. Chow can't touch Atla. Bag is full, can't carry anymore. Alright, well. I guess now seems like a good time to use a gourd. And I was thinking about doing a third level of the dungeon, but probably not a good idea. Probably time to go back to the town and sell some stuff, right? Let's, just go ahead and actually use a gourd on Goro, so that in case we want to steal something from this cursed rose, we can. Well, that's just money, but that's fine. And we may need to travel, actually, and deposit some stuff in the bank. Under the fluffy grass. Or in the hag's closet. Leave the dungeon temporarily. Go to other area. And let's go to Naroon Village. We'll give our business to the odd gaffer. And to the old hag. Is the store open? Yes, it is. Alright, don't need that much. I have 3 cheeses too, so let's just not even worry about bread. Certainly don't need that much holy water. 1 soap should be plenty. Honestly, these crystals aren't great. I'll just buy some bombs to replace them. And then we'll deposit some stuff. Buy some bombs to use. Oh, I guess I forgot that he sold all 5 elements. So that's a thing to remember as we're trying to build up our element stuff. Alright, and let's go to the hag's place and deposit some stuff. And then we'll drop back in the dungeon for a third level before we continue on. Can I check in some items? We're not fishing right now, so let's go ahead and put that in there. I don't think I'm going to use that right now. You know, if we're not going to use this Fruit of Eden or these gourds, then we don't need to keep them in our inventory, right? So that frees up some room too. Alrighty. And let's actually go ahead and build up. We wanted to build up his frozen tuna, right? So, it needs attack, endurance, speed, and mimic breaker. That's relatively simple. We got 2 mimic breakers on there. Let's go ahead and upgrade that sucker. Still needs more mimic. So let's put more mimic on there. And some attack so we don't use up those. Fill up that bag. That would be bad. That would be very, very sad. Really. And then let's go back to the dungeon and do one more floor. I like this map. I do. I like it a lot. We should spend more time looking at it next time. Layer 5 looks like it's going to be a cursed area where we can only play Xiao or Goro. Or I guess it could be a story area where we end up in a duel with somebody. Yep, it's a cursed area for Xiao. That's fine. Let's see, since they drop all that holy water, let's see how a Corsia reacts to some. Pretty violently, actually. Heck, that killed it killed 1.5 of them. That's not a bad thing at all. We should definitely be doing that more often. Get some undead killer, maybe. Whoa! That's a lot of treasure chests. Surely some of these are mimics, right? Oh my, this is a big map too. Got some bread. Yep, mimics. Rude. Slingshot is upgradable. Would need endurance, speed, metal, rock, and dino. Attack, endurance, speed, fish, and mage. What did I decide so far? Oh, okay. Upgrade it. Let's see what it looks like now. Needs dino, rock, metal, mage, fish. So let's customize you with some mage and fish. That's where we're gonna focus, because I can definitely get sea killer around here. And we may be able to find some mage powder elsewhere. Got some escape powder. Might need to start selling that. I think I have like 3 of those now. And I haven't used a single one. Well, I might have used 1, but I haven't used 2. And I have, I think, 3 or 4 now. I just have a habit of never selling the powders because they're very useful. I still don't understand what this death trap, the purpose of this death trap in. Let's get some undead items, maybe. Huh? There you go, Undead Buster. Excellent. I didn't feel too good at all, did it, mister? And you know what? Let's go ahead and use that bread so death doesn't take her by surprise. Do do I have? Yes, I do. Another holy water. Can't get in there yet because I haven't found the cabin key. I was doing this dungeon in part because I thought we'd get to talk to even more people when I got out, but that's not going to be the case because, of course, Xiao can't open the Atla. That's okay. It just means that we don't have to do it next time. That ship cabin key. This is why Dran's feather is awesome. Can you imagine if I was running at half this speed, how long this would take? It would take a while, and let me tell you, I didn't discover Dran's feather until a while ago. Or it was not on my first playthrough, I can tell you that much. Alright, let's repair the weapon so it will stop beeping at me. The one thing I'm kind of disappointed in right now, remember for a while we couldn't find any weapons for Tone/Hokius. And now those are the only kind we can find. We haven't found a new weapon for Xiao in forever, and there is one specific weapon I really am looking for her. And the only way to get it is through chests. So we're just gonna have to kind of keep looking. A bomb. And the hook is on the very last enemy, and now we gotta run all the way back over there. Won't be surprised if my feather breaks during this run back. And we'll rebuild the town. You know, follow the usual pattern we've been following with this game. Rebuild the town, talk to the people. Told ya! Cracks me up. This little tiny hook in my inventory becomes this giant hook that I can stand on. Let's go talk to the shopkeeper over here. I feel like he gets better items at some point, but I don't know when that is. Is not yet. That is for sure. I don't need 4 escape powders. 2 will suffice. And they're worth what? Oh, well, they're only worth 10. Still, don't need all those. Got any boxes? Got any boxes for me? No boxes for me, huh? Wait, over here. Cheese! And a gourd. Anything over here? Nope. He looks familiar to me. I don't know who he looks like, though. Oh, well. I could just be making it up entirely. And it has... I'm not making any kind of hints or pointing to anything in this game or anything like that. I just thought he looked kind of familiar to me. Can I go on this ship? No. There's a ramp there, but it's not for the likes of me. And you know, the other thing about this game that the dungeons do is they're quick. Each floor is less than 10 minutes to clear. That's a pretty good deal. As far as making you feel like you're making progress, making you feel like you're getting somewhere in a hurry. So here's Jack's store. And the Joker's house. Put that over here. And now I'm going to complain a little bit about this system. Look at how much space is between this house and here. And I would, if I had my way, I would build this house right up against this wall or with just a little tiny space in between them. But the game won't let me because of the way the diorama system is, which is fine. It's not a big deal. But what it is I wish that it was different than that. So here's Rudy. Rudy goes in Rudy's store. Weapons specialist Jake. No, not Jake. I need Jack is the weapons Jack's store. No Jack yet, so we won't be doing that. And the Joker goes in the Joker's house, right? Makes sense. And we got a bicycle for you, but we don't have another jail slot. Alright, so let's go over here and talk to Rudy. Hey, brother, you're not from this town. Good to meet you. I'm Rudy. I own a fish store. I'm not open for business yet, though. So, brother, you're from the room? Don't think you can get fresh fish there. Ah, while we're on the subject, I heard Mr. King doesn't like fish. What's wrong with that guy? Hey, Hokius, do you know a fish named Martin Gorion? It is a legendary fish. They say seeing the fish brings you happiness. I wonder what they mean by bring you happiness. I want to see it. I wonder that too. And that Martin Gorion, I heard that it eats fruit, not worms. Makes you want to see it even more, right? I have to work hard in order to do as much business as Susie. Susie and I are the best of friends, but we're also rivals. There is a snipe fish called Junior Chief in the Undersea Treasury. Give Junior Chief fresh fish and he'll take you to a secret place. I wonder what kind of place it is. You let the fish rot, didn't you? You have to keep fish on ice or they'll rot quickly. Just place the fish next to a piece of ice in the item bag. Easy, huh? And while we're on the subject, I heard Mr. King... Okay. Any requests for rebuilding Queens? Let's see. It'd be nice to be somewhere where it's convenient to carry a fish from the port. Once I open the store, I'll give you great service. I'll sell you the freshest fish on the market. I have 3 fish baskets. You thought it was 2, didn't you? Don't forget now. Alright, so we can actually finish her shop because we did get a 3rd fish cart. Boom. Fish for days. Hi, how may I help you? The store's reopened today. Lots of fresh fish here. Why don't you buy some? Ah, that's right. You're my first customer. I'll give you a special discount price. There's some weird, like, V-Sync issues or something. The kind of flickering. Or maybe it's the lantern light. Here! Flapping fish acquired. Make sure to keep it cold or it'll get rotten. Always place it next to ice if you keep it in a bag. I'll give you some free ice for today. Ice block acquired. Make sure to buy from me from now on. I'll give you the best price. So let's see. She sells flapping fish, Eevee, petite fish, and ice and water and stand-in powder. These flapping fish are what get us to the back floor of the dungeon, so we will absolutely be using that on the next floor. And this is an interesting thing here. The flapping fish and the ice, got to keep them next to each other, and if you sort, they will keep it next to each other, so that's A+. What is this? Oh, I don't know, I can't get to it. Anyway, so yeah, So you always do want to keep ice next to it unless you're going to use it on that floor. And you probably... it's been a while since I did this. You probably do want to go ahead and immediately use it. Like run over to the back floor area and use it if you pick one up in the dungeon. They spoil pretty fast if I recall correctly. I'm not going to test it if I can avoid it. And the ice does melt. The ice does not just sit there. It will melt. So you still have kind of a time limit on using all that stuff while you're in the dungeon. Alright, let's go over here. And is there anybody over here to talk to? I sworn I saw somebody. Well, I think this is Joker's house and that was Jake's weapons shop. Tasty water. How do I get in your house, Joker? Oh, there's the door. It won't open. Joker ain't gonna let me in for nothing, huh? That's the sheriff. Well, it looks like Joker doesn't want to talk right now. So I guess we're not gonna talk to him. Oh, he sells cannons. That's fun. That'll be exciting if we can buy a cannon from him, right? Okay, well, it looks like we've talked to everybody we could talk to for now. We'll come back next time and explore this city some more. It'll be a good time. I think it'll be enlightening. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.